I have videos on my channel where I'm actually driving in Jamaica and I share you guys tips while on the road, and then I share with you guys a view of me driving on the road. So if you guys want a more interactive video, I'm gonna link it so you guys can watch it, because this video is gonna be a sit-down video about driving in Jamaica. I have 2 videos of me driving on the road, so you guys can go watch it after this video, and then I'm gonna do a summary of driving in Jamaica, because a lot of you guys are scared to drive in Jamaica, and there's no reason to be scared. Just like if you're in your home country, if you're in a foreign country or your home country driving, it's the same thing here. If someone's speeding, that has nothing to do with you. Just make sure you're aware. If you have to pull out, get out of the way while they're speeding, let them do that. But that has nothing to do with you. It's the same in Jamaica. If people are speeding, same thing, right? So the first tip when it comes to driving in Jamaica is that in Jamaica, we drive on the right-hand side. So it sounds like, oh my God, shocking, I'm going to crash. But no, once you start driving and you go in the car, the roads are designed for the right-hand side. So it's literally going to feel like how you would drive in a country that's left-handed, because the roads are made for left-hand drives. Drive-throughs are made for left-hand drives. So it's the same thing. Okay, if you know how to drive and you've been driving, it's the same exact skill set that you would use down here. Some people say, oh, I don't want to drive in Jamaica because like they barely have any stoplights or there's barely any signs on the road. Thankfully, GPS has upgraded a lot in Jamaica, especially in this day and age now that you're watching this video. So you can literally go anywhere on GPS in Jamaica, thankfully now. So you don't have to worry about signage, but there is signs in Jamaica. They're a little bit far from each other, but you still have signs down here. And there's stoplights now. There's stoplights, so it's not too bad. I feel like you guys just need to have the confidence, but the confidence comes with time, because when I first started driving down here, I drove slow. One tip I can give you guys that I was given that really helps: drive slow and take your time. And don't be on your phone. Don't do any of that that can distract you. Take your time, and then once you take your time, you'll get familiar with the roads, and then you're going to do well. Don't speed, because Jamaica has a lot of potholes down here. Potholes galore. They call them manhole. They have a lot. So don't even speed. Take your time and drive, and keep the same tips that you would use anywhere. Keep your distance from cars. There's a lot of people in Jamaica that drive really close to you like this. Don't follow them, okay? Keep your distance behind cars, because in Jamaica, I realize this is a really big pattern that I realized in Jamaica. People will stop out of nowhere, right? And if you're too close behind someone, you'll literally crash. I'm telling you, 10 out of 10, you'll crash down here. People stop out of nowhere, and there's a lot of potholes, so you get a lot of sudden stopping or slowing down. So please take your distance. And if they say it's a certain amount of length, wherever you drive outside of Jamaica, double it and make sure you're far from cars. If people want to go, and then a lot of people down here, they'll feel embarrassed driving because people are honking them and they're going around them and speeding up and driving and cussing them off. Who cares? Words are wind. Let people cuss. Let people drive around you. Let people honk you. Take your time, because I'm going to tell you guys this right now on the video. When you crash or when you get into a fender bender, whatever that's called, which is like you lick onto somebody else, people are just going to drive past you and go about their business. People are not going to really stop and help you guys. And if people do stop, they're going to stop to fuss, or they're going to stop to record to put on social media, and I hate it. So make sure you guys are good, because you only have yourself and whoever else is in the car with you when you're here in Jamaica, okay? That's a really big thing. So if people want to cuss you and say you're slow, I don't care if I'm slow, because if I pop my tire, I'm going to have to pay back for my tire. If I dent my rims, I'm going to have to pay back for the dent in my rims. It's not the person that's rushing you out the road's going to pay back. He or she's going to drive off and go and leave you. So make sure you guys put yourself first. Don't care about people, and drive and take your time. I'm going to say this again, drive and take your time. It doesn't matter what people say, oh, you drive so slow, you're so slow. Yeah, at least we're getting there alive. Thank you, God, for bringing us there safe and bringing us back safe. Simple. So in Jamaica, you're going to, especially in the country parts, there's a lot of yielding. That's why I said you have to know how to drive. If you know how to drive and you know about yielding and merging is a lot on the country roads. You merge into traffic from other roads, and then you yield into traffic from other roads. So once you know that, you'll understand, because you'll see the signs on the road, you'll see the lines on the road, you'll see the arrows on the road, so you'll know that, oh, this one's to merge, this one's to yield, stop signs. It's literally the same thing. Just take your time. Confidence will come when you are taking your time. A big tip that you can always do when you're driving in Jamaica: have someone in the car with you. Have someone in the car with you that's familiar with the roads, familiar with the area, and if they're not, just have company there, so if anything happens, you know that someone's there with you, safe and sound. I've been driving down here since I was 16. I've been driving down here. 17. No, not 16. I'm lying. I've been driving down here 17, 18. Yeah, driving slow is the biggest tip I can give you guys. So in Jamaica, the speed on the road is much more lower. I'm pretty sure it's like 30. I may be wrong. I'm gonna put it on the screen. It's 30 on country roads, I'm pretty sure, or 40. I know it's not 60 for a fact. It's something really low. So when you see people speeding, they're actually speeding down here because the limit is very, very slow and low. And the reason why they did it is because the roads are very small, they're more narrow, and that's why. It's just for safety for all, okay? A lot of people will tell you down here, oh, you don't need to wear seatbelts. Oh, you don't need to do this. You don't do it. To wear your seatbelts, to do everything that is protocol, because if police do stop you randomly one time and you don't have all that stuff, they're going to give you tickets. It doesn't matter. They're cracking down more on ticketing down here because they have more electronic system. A lot of people are going to court. People are just like, honestly, I realize now that being here for so long, people just don't follow the rules. As they said, they're unruly down here. They really are. But then it ends up catching up to them. This is the thing. People tell you, oh, I didn't pay my tickets. And then warrants are out for them. And they don't tell you guys. A lot of people in Jamaica literally will keep a lot of things to themselves and they don't tell the full story. And also they're very good at pretending. So I see people who are like, oh, I'm not paying for this ticket. I'm not paying. They're trying to like hype and boast and like go off, and then when you look, they have like 40 tickets and they have to go to court and pay off all these things. And it's like, this whole time you're trying to tell me to live the lifestyle you're living, and then look at it now, you owe over 200,000 worth of tickets. You have to go to court, and if you go to court, they're going to end up locking you up because they realize that you are flight risk. And girl, don't follow these people down here. I tell you guys this all the time. And I should probably do a whole dedicated video on here because people are really good at pretending. So follow my video because I'm going to tell you guys the truth and this and that. Okay? And every other day you hear that someone died from an accident down here because people feel like speeding down here means that you know how to drive. There's a lot of people in Jamaica that don't actually know how to drive, but they add the speed onto it and they think they know how to drive. So this is what I'm saying. If you feel unsafe with someone driving in Jamaica, don't drive back with them because a lot of them will put you in risk just to show off that they can drive, which quote unquote speeding. Be careful of people like that. I see a lot of people lose their lives down here, lose their limbs, disfigured face, burnt up skin because of recklessness and carelessness. I don't like it and I talk about it all the time. That's why I'm grateful I have my local car. I drive and take my time and I'm good to go. The same with you guys as well. When you get a car and you're driving, things are gonna happen. It's just like you might like pop a tire, you might scratch your cars because when you're in the country, sometimes the bushes, because the roads are not really maintained at the side, the bushes will come over and then it'll scratch the sides of the car. So you're going to have to like really buff your cars a lot. There's a lot of stuff you're going to have to be doing. So I would just say to you guys, just be mindful, okay? Be mindful that things are going to happen. It's not the end of the world. That's a whole part of the learning experience. And trust me, as time goes on, you guys are going to get used to driving down here. It's not too bad. But everything is on the right-hand side down here, which is like convenient for people who have right-hand cars. I will never ever buy a left-hand car in Jamaica because Jamaica is designed for right-hand drive. So if you have a left-hand car in Jamaica and you're driving by yourself, have fun going through drive-thrus, have fun paying on the highways, have fun paying people because you're all the way on the other side. And it's annoying. I don't feel like I would want to save that much money that I would drive a left-hand side car just to save money. That's just not how I am. I'd rather spend more money to know that I have a right-hand car, and I would recommend you guys to do the same. Don't get any left-hand cars. And I know some people will be like, oh, I'm going to import my left-hand car. No one cares down here, to be honest. People like Jamaica, okay, in Jamaican people are not frightened for things like one time because more than ever, Jamaican people are traveling. They're making a lot of money. They're buying stuff. They have their own houses and cars, and they're flying out, and they're going on Amazon. They're going online, and they're buying their things and shipping down here. So people are not frightened. People don't care that your car is left-handed and it's from a certain country. People don't care about that stuff anymore. So it's better you guys spend the extra money and buy the right-hand car. Cars in Jamaica are very high priced. I have a whole video on car shopping in Jamaica. I want to do an updated one for you guys. As time goes on, we'll do all that stuff. Spend the money and get the right-hand car. Do not, especially if you're new to driving down here, do not get a left-hand drive because you're just setting up yourself to get into accidents down here. Okay. I can just see because if you're driving right hand and people are getting to accident, imagine left hand. And I wouldn't even risk it because certain stuff happen on the road and I'm like, sometimes it'll come to me and I'm like, man, imagine if I had a left hand car. Yeah, no, totaled. Anyways, so yeah, that's the main thing. So take your time. Be aware. Another thing that I'm going to tell you guys about driving in Jamaica is to be aware. I would not recommend any of you guys to text and drive like you're in foreign. Don't do that down here. Be aware because things always happen. Animals can come into the road. People can be coming up to your car. People are selling to you on the side of the road. Random things can happen. I've seen videos on social media where like people come out to try and attack people. at nighttime on like lonely, dark roads. So you want to pay attention all time. So make sure you guys are paying attention when it comes to driving down here. Okay? Please and thank you. Pay attention because things happen sudden down here. So many things happen sudden down here. It's crazy. Sometimes dogs are in the road. So you guys want to pay attention. People stop. I always talk about the sudden stops here because that will literally make you guys crash down here. And I don't want that to happen to nobody. Guys, please. I just want the best for everyone. So the next thing is that you guys be mindful. A lot of people down here are very selfish on the road. And that's anywhere. Because guys, I'm only talking about Jamaica because I'm in Jamaica. Because it's the same thing I hear in New York. People are selfish drivers, so they only care about themselves. Okay? They only care about themselves. So when you're in Jamaica and you're driving, make sure you guys are driving for everybody else on the road. Don't only drive for yourself, okay? And the next thing when it comes to driving in Jamaica, if you're in Jamaica for a long time, more than 3 months, you guys are going to have to get your Jamaica's driver's license. And that's a whole another experience that, boy, we might have to do like a whole like vlog on it. But you guys are gonna have to get your Jamaica driver's license so you guys are respectful of the laws in the country. A lot of people down here will tell you to disobey. Just try to follow the laws down here, please. Don't because at the end of the day, it never works out. These people that are trying to tell you to cut corners or disobey, it's gonna fall back on you at the end of the day. And as I told you guys earlier, these people don't tell the full story, so you can get yourself in some drama and problems that I don't want you guys to get into. So yeah, so another tip that I realized that if you're a girl watching this and you're driving in Jamaica, people are going to try and trick you a lot because they're going to say, oh, girls don't know anything. So they're going to try and trick you in the sense that they're going to like upsell you, upcharge you. And next thing that they're going to try to do in Jamaica is they're going to cuss you a lot, especially if you're a girl. This next thing in Jamaica that I actually really like that I want to tell you guys about is that people down here are willing to help you. If you need help with parking, someone will help you down here with parking. If you need help with finding somewhere or going somewhere, people on the road will literally help you down here. A lot of people down here are very friendly, and I'm not going to lie. If you can't fit into a parking spot, you can ask somebody and they're going to be like, okay, I'll direct you and help you. If you don't know how to come out somewhere, someone will direct you and help you. So one thing about Jamaica compared to like foreign countries, people literally help you down here when it comes to driving and navigating. So if you feel like you need help or, oh, I can't get into the parking spot, because let's talk about parking down here. Parking is like one of the worst things ever. I think because like a lot of places in Jamaica were built like way back, 1800s times. They didn't really accommodate for so many vehicles, and now it's like way in the 21st century and everyone's having a car now. Down to 16-year-olds are saving up and buying cars. It's like the main towns and the main areas cannot accommodate, and the roads now cannot accommodate with the amount of vehicles now that are in Jamaica. So parking is like oh my God. Okay, there's two things I got anxiety for in Jamaica, and it's parking and reversing. Parking is going to be the most difficult thing you're going to do down here in Jamaica because the parking spaces are so small, and people are like, no man, you can still fit in here. You can still fit in here. You're like, bro, how can I fit in here? And then someone's going to help you and you actually could. It's the most stressful thing ever. And I'm just going to let you guys know from now, it's going to be so hard to find parking down here. Get parking. You're blocking in someone. You have to move. You're going here, but there's no blocking. People are not even using the store and they're blocking up the walkway, the drive. Oh my God. I just thinking about it stressing me out now. But as time goes on, you're going to get more familiar with parking and driving. But I'm going to let you guys know the parking spaces are small down here. The stores, the supermarkets, grocery stores down here will have parking. And guess what? It's only like 3 parking spaces. So you're going to have to try and parallel park down here. Another good tip is to know how to parallel park in Jamaica too. You're going to have to park a lot at the sides down here too. It's so stressful. But as time goes on, you'll get a little bit more confident. But I think that was the most stressful thing down here for me was parking. So I'm giving you guys a heads up on it. And then as I told you guys, reversing was very difficult for me. And it's the same thing. The places are small. You can't really see. But I realized I had to adjust my rear view mirrors, and then everything worked out perfectly fine after. Reversing. Because a lot of places are narrow. So reversing is like so much work. But now I got a little bit better with it. But I don't know. You guys just let me know what you guys think. So again, back to being a girl in Jamaica and it comes to driving, you guys need to be very militant when you talk to these people and be knowledgeable about things. If you're going to go somewhere, ask somebody or ask more than one person about it. And then when you go to the mechanic, you can ask and see what they're saying. And then if you know, you can call someone to verify certain information, do it. Because if you're a girl down here, they'll take advantage of you. They'll upsell you and upcharge you because they feel like girls are just incompetent. And the reason why for that is because a lot of girls act like they are incompetent, or they are incompetent and they'll just give these people whatever. And the next thing is that they will steal a lot of stuff out of your car without you even knowing. The amount of rags, like, the amount of rags that went missing out of my vehicle. When you go to, like, car washes, mechanics, well, I don't think it's the car washes stole them. So mechanics, body workshop, if someone's working on your vehicle, be careful. And be careful of who you bring into your vehicle in Jamaica too, because things go missing. Things go missing. Like my clots, I had clots in all my car. Why is every single 4 of my clots gone? They stole my jumper cables out my car. They stole my wrench to, like, when you have to jack up your car and you have to use that thing to take the bolts off your tire. They stole that too. They steal stuff out your car, and it's just like, when did you even have the time to steal that out the car? Like, when, how, when did... They're slick with it, and they're fast with it too. And people are always watching you down here. So even when you don't think someone's watching you, people are watching you. So be mindful, be aware. I love driving with my windows down. Some people be like, don't drive with your windows down. I don't understand why you want to use AC all the time, but it's just up to you. I love driving with my window down, the fresh air, it feels good, but it just depends, right? So yeah, I think that's really it for my driving in Jamaica video. If you guys have any questions, you guys leave them down below. I'll answer them. And again, I have interactive videos of driving down in Jamaica. You guys can watch those as well. But you guys let me know, what do you think? What are your tips? What advice do you have to give to other people? But what I can tell you down here also, when it comes to driving in Jamaica, insurance is affordable down here, and you can choose to pay once a year, which is amazing. Who wants to pay monthly? There's payment plans too, but I pay once because it's really, really affordable. And I feel like when it comes to gas as well, it's not expensive to me. I just say if I only have 10 grand to put in my gas tank, I'm putting in 10 grand. I'm not going to stress myself over gas. I never was someone to stress over gas, and I'm not ever going to be someone to stress over gas. Whatever I have is what I put in. I work with it, and you guys should too as well. That's it. I'll see you guys in my next video. Au revoir.